This organization, do you know what it's called?
Its name is Spectre.
Well, it's hard to believe, but this is the 24th edition of the James Bond series. Spectre is basically a sequel to Skyfall, but not as good, folks. But still, it's James Bond. And if you're a fan of James Bond, like you can definitely tell I am. I'm a big James Bond collector. I love the toys. I love everything about this series. I have my favorite Bonds. It's not Daniel Craig, but I think he does a good job. He brings a different aspect to James Bond than we'd seen with other Bonds. He's tight, he's tough, he's cold, but I miss the wit, I miss the humor. There's not enough of it here. This is deadly serious stuff. I also think the James Bond series has been influenced of late by its own imitators. The Mission Impossible series, the Bourne Identity series. Those movies, in some cases, superior. I really thought Mission Impossible Rogue Nation this summer is a better product, as it were, than Spectre is.
So what's going on, James? They say you're finished.
What do you think?
I think you're just getting started.
And James Bond shouldn't be intimidated. It begins spectacularly, as all James Bond movies do. This one in Mexico City at the Day of the Dead celebration. It goes around the world to exotic locations, where else, in search of the evil villain, who else? In this case, Franz Oberhauser, played by Christoph Waltz, who clearly has a market on playing villains. That part I thought was a bit predictable, and it may be the casting of Waltz. We expect him to be evil. There was nothing really surprising in this performance. Bond is seeking him out, while back at headquarters, his associates, as it were, M and Q and Moneypenny, are dealing with a government operative by the name of C. Everybody goes by initials in these movies. C, Q, M, hey. But you really have to know your alphabet to be in this secret agent game. They're dealing with someone that wants to get rid of the OO agent program altogether and replace it with something far more sinister. This all goes on amidst all kinds of action set pieces, lots and lots of chases, cars everywhere, on water, on land, you bet it.
You came across me so many times, yet you never saw me.
What took you so long?
Daniel Craig is just fine in this role. I don't know why he's complaining that he doesn't want to do it anymore, but I guess once you've played Bond as many times as he has, it gets a little tired. I'm afraid it might get a little tired for the audience, too. I really did like Lea Seydoux. She's the so-called Bond girl in this. She's his love interest and partner in crime here. I really liked her. She brought a certain amount of warmth that Daniel Craig does not have as James Bond. Nevertheless, we can't wait for these movies. We are all Bond fans. I certainly am. And if you're a Bond fan, hey, you gotta go.